back with Bobby and JG Radio. We have Brent Warrilow and Elle Litwinetz of CBI Group, which is culture-based interiors, which is a international gone to Texas company that is based here in South Texas, and they're just blowing up everywhere. They're actually named San Antonio Business Journal's best places to work in 2016, and they won Cruise, which is Commercial Real Estate Women Networker of the Year last year, which I'm sure was tough. That must have been a lot of coffees and.
Yep, that's all Elle. I can't take it.
I know. I could tell. I met her like that. All right, so you guys do office furniture, but you do a lot more than that. Your service is unique. Your approach is unique. Let's talk about your company. When I was talking to you, Elle, you were giving me an example of your own company, how you wanted a more collaborative, even in your own office space, how it's more collaborative. It has a lot of attraction to a certain demographic of not only clientele but workers. And how does office furniture fit into that?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the demographic of millennials, for instance. That's a really big focus right now, attraction and retention of talents, specifically focusing on that group.
So they don't like just cubicles and random.
No,
They like
surprisingly
beanbags?
not.
No,
they do.
Yeah, beanbags,
Beanbags and
treadmill
whiteboards.
desks,
I
height
I've seen
adjustable.
beanbags.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a lot of different things you can bring into the office environment to kind of make it more dynamic and engaging, specifically focused on that demographic, as well as just focusing on attraction and retention of talent. So a couple of the things that we've actually done in our own office environment with that in mind is to kind of bring down those walls. So instead of having those big 6-foot dividers between each office space, we have just a short little wall in between each of us, so it really focuses on kind of more collaboration, more teamwork. You can basically see your neighbor. You can go over and talk to them.
I mean, they would still look like big walls to Bobby just because of his height. But no, I totally understand.
But you're definitely against building walls. That's what it sounds like.
So another thing you can also bring in is standing height meeting areas too.
Sure.
So
Very well handled, Elle.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good pivot. That was a great pivot.
To go from people sitting at their desk, you want to also have an opportunity for people to collaborate, kind of impromptu collaboration.
Yeah.
If you're passing by and you say, hey, can we just talk about this project really quick? Instead of having to necessarily reserve a formal meeting room and have a full hour, you can just quickly pop over to a standing height area, run through a few things, and kind of go on with your day.
Sure.
Something else, though, as well, and Brent can touch upon this, I think, is that in addition to having this open environment, you have to have balance. If you just create a completely open environment and you don't give people private space to maybe make a phone call, to have a little bit of maybe one-on-one meetings, whatever the case may be, then people feel like all the privacy can be taken away.
Sure.
So when you work with a really well-qualified office furniture company that can lead you in that direction, they can help you to create that kind of balance.
But you do the discovery meeting like we spoke earlier, and you sit down, you ask about the company, how long they've been in business, what kind of, you just dive into everything. Yeah. The personalities of the owners, I'm sure, or managers, I'm sure. And then you talk about design revisions, and then it's just with your sister company that actually, with the furniture, I mean, it's a one-stop shop.
Yes, we're a very turnkey solution.
Sure.
And with our design process, that first meeting when we ask all those questions, we then put together these design renderings where we truly take a floor plan, we lay in furniture options, we turn them into 3-dimensional renderings, full color, and bring a space to life.
So that way they're kind of trying before they buy. They actually can look at it, and it's not just like, I wonder where the half wall is going to go. I mean, you actually have a 3D rendering, so they feel like they know exactly how it's going to look.
Yes.
Yeah, and a big part of that as well is to take away any surprises when the installation actually happens.
Right.
So they know what they're expecting.
Is there some big trends right now in office design?
There are. Open plan has got a bit of a bad rap. There's a lot of negative press out there about open plan offices and how noisy they are and different things like that. And a lot of that is because they've been very poorly executed. And a big part of, we would consider ourselves the most qualified experts in open plan workspaces.
I think you are too.
Speaking of your expertise, what I want to take away from the whole entire interview is your company's approach. Let's talk about the uniqueness of everything through you coming from into another country, coming down. But let's talk about the whole uniqueness of CBI.
So obviously my accent's unique, but that doesn't really apply.
For Texas, yeah.
I'm waiting for you to slip and start talking like this.
Just normal. Yeah.
No, I talk normal.
I'm sorry, Texas normal. Texas normal.
So We are very unique and very disruptive in our approach. And the part of that we haven't touched on is our sister company is actually a furniture manufacturer.
Right.
So we talked about the four brothers moving over, 2 head up the manufacturing side and 2 head up the direct with the end user side. So everything we've talked about today, the benefits of working with the CBI group, especially what we bring to the commercial real estate world, which is the virtual spec suites where we offer to do the 3D renderings and planning at no cost at all. And there's never any cost until furniture is purchased with anything we do.
Sure.
Is that it all comes with a value message, and it comes with savings on investment.
Of course.
So there's a phenomenal, powerful story and approach, but it doesn't cost any more to do it this way. In fact, it costs 25 to 35% less than a conventional method. Because
you're on both sides. So it makes total sense. And then commercial real estate agents should know that it's all for free until it's just another service for us to provide for our clients.
Correct. You want to talk to that, Elle?
Yeah, absolutely. So with commercial real estate, whether on the tenant rep side or on the leasing side, looking at spaces they're trying to market, we can take floor plans that the architect or designer puts together and plug in furniture, and as I mentioned earlier, really bring that space to life. They can use that in any of their marketing materials. They can put that on their website. We've had brokers put that into pitch presentations to tenants they were looking to attract. And I can't say we were solely responsible for them moving into the space, but I think it helped a lot.
Sure.
Because when you go through that process, especially the first time, looking at a floor plan, it can be challenging to really figure out what is that going to look like on day one. So we try to take out as much of that guesswork as possible so that people can make decisions and move into their new office spaces.
Awesome. So if you're a commercial real estate agent looking for some office space, commercial leasing agent, tenant rep, get a hold of CBI Group. What's the best way to get a hold of y'all?
Website, www.cbi-office.com, or call us 210-655-3375.
Take a quick break. Be right back.